Sorry.
Okay.
Hi guys, the audio quality won't be the best where I am, but hi Josie, I've just seen a couple of comments there. Just doing a stream test just to see what the quality is like. I'm stuck on 4G here, but it's pretty decent. I'm just checking to see if when this tracks, if it's jumping or it's jerky or it looks decent. So if you can let me know what the stream's like, what the sort of quality is like, Josie, just give us a quick sort of couple of comments there. So Josie, you reckon you've been here? Well, here's a quiz then. Can you tell? I was going to say, can you tell me where I am? Well, you can just look up at the location on the video. So there's pointless me asking that. Lots of wind noise. Yeah, sorry about that, Josie. What I should have done was, before I set this up, I should have put my sort of strangled cat on a separate mic. I didn't have that set up. I was just doing a test. I was driving past here and I thought, you know what, not many people know of this place, and I thought I'll do a little cheeky stream live just so people know what it's like. But sorry about the noise, that must be a bit unpleasant. I'll try and get out of the wind there. Right, I'm out of the wind. That should be a bit better for people listening. Sorry about that. I really should have thought ahead. I do have an external mic there, so sorry about that. I just passing along the coast here and I thought, right, St. Abbs, not a lot of people know about that place. Look at that. How was that for a little posh window box? Aye, so not a lot of people know this area, so I thought I'll cover it just as I'm passing, and we'll go off towards the where all the boats come in and out. But like I say, there's no external mic. This is just a test, so I don't want loads of people piling into the comments saying it's rubbish. My ears have never been assaulted like this in my entire life. How dare you? Yes, I understand that. There's the Queen. Look at that. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks, Josie, for the info about the stream dropping out there. Is it dropping out completely, or like stop, or is it choppy? Thanks, Josie. Yeah, thanks for you're like my wingman here, Josie. Thanks for that for keeping me right. Look at that! Look at that! The water. Now, normally in this part of the country, the water you can't see the bottom because it's it's like the North Sea, it's horrific, but that's pretty decent. There's one of the lifeboats. I'm pretty impressed with this. So this was just a quick test. I've posted a video this morning there, which is my first thoughts on the NU33. Pretty good, pretty good. Good morning, Josie. So you've just got up. What? Dear me. I mean, I've been up a while here, and then I've done a sort of an hour and a bit drive up the north coast. But it's pretty nice. Sun's out. Just to prove the sun is out. Look, up there. See that big orb in the sky there? That is the actual real sun. First time it's been seen in the northeast forever. Oh, of course, Josie. Yeah, just going to bed. Sorry about that. Sorry to keep you up then. It's nothing particularly interesting. I'm just doing a quick stream as I pass St. Abbs, so it's nothing exciting. Like I say, I covered most of the stuff on that thoughts video this morning, and the full review will be up in a week on that one. So we'll get there eventually. And we'll just have a bit of a walk around here and have a look, see what's going on. And again, apologies for the wind noise, because I really should have set up an external mic. There's a good cafe up there. Is it called Ebb Cars or something? That's pretty good, but you can never get parked. That's the problem. Nice, yeah. Reminds me a little bit of Pease Bay, but Pease Bay is sort of much bigger. You've got, this looks probably quite expansive, but the difference here is I'm using a really wide angle setting, so it will look quite expansive. And you could probably swim from there to there in about 30 seconds. Unless you're an Olympic swimmer or something. Okay, so we'll just have a little bit of a walk around. Oh, I've just seen that Josie, your K2's broke. I mean, you could probably get another one, but the problem with them is there's better stuff coming out now. I honestly, truly believe that the Tiny 2, I mean, that's on my keychain now, and that's much better. Nothing wrong with the Tiki, but just, really, really good. Right, hopefully the stream isn't chopping too badly, because I've got cliffs to the back of me, you see. So I'll come down here. Someone's having a good laugh over there. I mean, in regards to durability, you can get it. There's a stainless steel version of the Tiny 2. I'll be honest, most Nikon stuff, longevity is brilliant. I'll just sit down here a second. What I'll do is I'll set this up and then I'll have a sit down. Oh. Okay, there you go. I'll tilt that down a bit, you can have a bit of a look. Bear with me a few seconds, yeah. There you go. Shot of the beer there. I saw Tiny 2, pretty good. I mean, the titanium one I've got, it's going to last, because obviously titanium is extremely hard wearing. The problem is, of course, and I understand this argument, people will say, okay, what's the point in getting a titanium shell when it's a non-replaceable battery, therefore it has a finite lifespan anyway, so what's the point in getting something where the shell lasts greatly in comparison to the battery? And yeah, that's fair enough, that's a good point. But in the time that you do have it, you don't want it looking like a load of, a bag of crap basically. So I'm happy with it so far. Like I say, on the Tiki, there's nothing wrong with it, but the problem I had with it was I wasn't using the secondary modes, so it was kind of pointless. They're there, it had a high CRI and flash this and flash that, but I wasn't really making use of them, not as a keychain light anyway. So highly recommend if you can get it on like a reduced price, because that's one of the things I was going to knock them for, the price. But now the price has come down, that the TI version's come out, it's kind of worth it now. It wasn't initially, that's why I never picked one up. Eventually pulled the plug and got one, and I was quite happy. Okay, we'll walk up the top there. I just wanted to do this test. So Josie's saying you only got 1 year out the K2, which isn't great. Yeah, true. Yeah, battery status, especially up, on the OLED, totally agree, it's brilliant. I'll just move this down a little and we'll go for a walk. Yeah, much better. Big fan of that. That was the main thing. I mean, you know, I'm a flashaholic, I don't mind. Press 9,000 times to get a flashing voltage and all this. I don't mind that. However, it's definitely easier when you're just looking at a screen. Instantly, you know what your battery's doing, you know, and how long you've got to charge it. And also running time, you've got an instant running time, which counts down as you go along. I mean, that's brilliant. So Josie's saying that Tiny 2, $80. I wouldn't pay that. Crumbs, $80, that's massively excessive. There's a boat going out there. I think that's is that a diver? Yeah, they've got a load of diving kit on there. Yeah, no way I'd pay $80 for that. I just don't think it's worth it. And yes, I realise that night cost stuff's good and you pay a little bit extra, but not that much extra. That's like double where you'd want to be. EBE2, any fish about? No, I haven't seen any. Do you know what? There's no fishermen, there's loads of divers. I haven't seen any fish, no fishermen. It looks great though. So EBE 2 or whatever the hell your name is this week. Have you come here to fish? This is St. Abbs. So you've got lovely rocks in the distance there. Can you see them there behind that white house? So fishing wise, I think cod, it'd probably be good. Convoy C8 Plus is $45. I don't know where they get the prices from on some of these things. I really don't. It's just well, I do because they're trying to make a profit, but it just seems massively excessive. Yeah, all the divers there on the end of that pier are going to get onto that boat. Well, looks like it. I'll go up to the top. Yeah. Saying it's fished up once, no fish. It's a shame. It's very windy up here, so see if I can get out the wind. Right, let's have a sit down. Yeah, I thought for cod, maybe it's off the end of that pier, that far one would be good for mackerel. I don't know, is it far enough out in the summertime? Sometimes mackerel just jump on the rod. It's weird. Other times, you know, a whole night of nothing trying to get cod. Right, it's getting pretty windy here, so I'm going to head up this little track, see what's here. Hope it's not someone's garden. If it is, I'll come back. I just want more. The higher I get, the better signal I get, but the higher I get, the more wind I get. All the rose hips are coming to an end here. See how they're going soft? Most of these, the rose family ones, edible. Just it's the little hairs in them you need to be careful of. That's where people get into trouble. Got a load of allotments here. Just looking at that house right in the distance, you probably won't see it unless you zoom in. It's got the roofs, it's got like the strange roofs on it. It reminds me of the Munsters house. Can you remember the Munsters? Wow, look at that for a view. Now I reckon there's some good fishing down there. There's got to be. In fact, what's that over there? Now, because this is a live stream, I can't zoom, but there's a boat out there. It looks like they might be either diving or fishing. I'm not sure. So Josie's saying we were at Town Penham, which I don't think is too far from you now. Super small fishing village, pub open. I like places like this because they haven't been ruined yet by commercialism. I realise that, you know, commercialism just happens because there's an exploitative nature going on by businesses. That's kind of the job, to make a profit, but it's nice when things haven't been too changed. Now what's that there? EB2 might know. You see that down there, look, with the tank, and there's water going into it. Now I've noticed a lot of traps there on the top of there, like lobster pots. I wonder if that's where they put the lobsters before they're selling them. I wonder. Fatten them up and then you get more money, you see. They used to sell them for about a £5 a pop, the lobsters, to the restaurants. Then the restaurants decide, right, they're £15 each. Eh? You know, how do they work that one out? Right, I think I'm coming to someone's garden. I hope this is a path. No, I think it's a path. I just don't want to come into someone's garden while someone's sunbathing and they think I'm some sort of rogue pervert. Hopefully the signal's okay up here. No, I think this is someone's garden. I'm tempted not to. Would you go around? It says beach. So do you go around here? I feel like I'm in someone's garden. No, I'm not. Right. Okay. Aha. Some seats over there, but the wind's going to be horrific up there. Right. Ah, now they are divers. Can you see? You may or may not see. Come out the wind a bit. That boat in the middle. There's some divers there. They've just come up, just to the right of them. They've got like a flotation thing there, and then there's what look like three divers in there. So that's divers. I wonder if the fishing one is the blue one, slightly to the right and further away in the distance. Now again, this looks like someone's trying. I don't think it is. Thanks, Josie, for that. Okay, yeah, I'm forgetting I've got this on such a wide lens set and you're not going to see that boat. Sorry about that. Problem is, once I start the recording, I can flip, watch, I can do this. I can actually try that. There's me. There's my mug. I've got my sunglasses on, so you don't have to look at me. Look at me. There's me. Can you hear them in the sky there? You might not, they're just behind me there. Some south. So I can change to that, which is me. I can change to a. That might be a better shot. Can you see now? Of course, the divers are in now. It's not such a wide view. I'll switch back to a wider view there. There you go. Right, and we'll go for a walk. Look at that, beautiful place. Now here's an important sign. Look. So look, if you need the toilet. If you need the toilet, no dumping. Okay, so let's walk around here. In fact, we'll go this way. Yeah, they limit loads of stuff on YouTube. Here's a one for you, and if anyone watching can tell me if this is true or not. I had a thing through. It wasn't from YouTube, so I'm not trying to spread false rumours. However, it was from someone I know who does work with YouTube, and they were saying they're going to start charging if you want to get videos in 4K, even if they're uploaded. So if, let's say I upload in 4K, which I do anyway, what they're saying is, okay, if people want to watch that, they have to pay for premium. Well, that seems a bit stupid, but you know, if that's what they want to do, then that's up to them, but I think that's a bad idea. One of the things about YouTube is I just don't really watch TV now. I stream everything and watch YouTube. So I don't understand why they would spoil it by dumping it all down to 1080p YouTube. I suppose it means, you know, it's a quarter of the bandwidth for them. Sorry about the wind. I should have set up an external mic there, sorry. Hopefully we'll get out the wind here. I'll walk up to that, the Munster's house. And then I'll stop this. I'll stop the stream. Hello there. Sorry, Josie, your last comments just went on the screen but then went off there. It was a real quick flash. Sorry about that. Strange about the quality drop when you went down that behind the cliff. I wonder what's happened. It might have dropped it and it might not test again in real time. That might be one of the things. It'll just be YouTube being lazy as usual. And here for all the people that say the UK doesn't have those call boxes anymore, it doesn't have those telephone boxes, that's just all in films. No, it's not. Look, that's just to show you. Right, look, you can go in. It's a real phone, look. See, with the buttons. You've got to pay, but see, just to prove you that we do still have them here. So when you see those and the red buses in London, it's not just on the TV. Right, we'll walk up here to the where I can see the Munster's house, and then I'll leave it at that, because like I say, wind noise is going to annoy people. Ah, free Wi-Fi on the phones. Okay, that's interesting. I'll flip this around a little. There you go. There's me mucking about. Right, there's a car coming, so rather than getting crunched, put this down a little. Yeah, I didn't get crunched. Josie's saying my sunnies are so reflective. Well, the thing is, I normally go for category 3, which is okay. I can use them for running. It's a good medium. I wouldn't get category 4 unless I was right up in the top of the mountains. But I also get the reflective coating. For me, that just takes a bit of the glare off stuff. The reason I do that is because I don't like polarized glasses. Polarized ones, they're great for driving, polarized ones, but the problem with them is when you try to use any sort of like LCD screen, it has a horrific effect on it. So if you're trying to operate cameras and stuff, it's a nuisance. You've got to keep putting them on, taking them off, putting them on, taking them off. It's a right nuisance. So that's the reason why I tend to get reflective types. So category 3 reflective, and I use these for running. These are actually for running, so that's why I get the lightweight ones. Look how tight that road is, so people are driving up. Right, Josie's saying he's got polarised sunnies. I don't have issues with my phone or anything. Helps see through the water. You're right, it does. Yeah, for fishing, I like it. Although I generally do night. Well, I used to do a lot of night fishing. Not so much now. I just never have the time. There's that boat going out with the divers on it. You see it? So yeah, polarised ones are great, like I say. But on certain screens, it's like if I'm driving the screen in the car's whack. On the phone it's whack, on a GoPro it's whack, so I just think, well, I'm saving myself by just changing it to something that's non-polarised, even though I do understand the massive benefit of them, especially glare. It just cuts that horrific glare on sunny days from cars and, like you say, water. I hope this hasn't been too boring, but it wasn't meant to be an epic, you know, piece of footage here. It's more of a test. And if people think, you know what, that format might work as long as you've got like good signal or something, because I can get 5G in certain areas, not here. Yeah, I'm just reading the comment. If you're wondering why I'm walking along going yeah, I'm actually reading comments, so I haven't lost my marbles. Okay, I'll try and get a shot of that Munster's house, but it's very windy, so bear with me. You see on the cliff, just that roof, that front bit, just reminds me of the Munsters. But then it also reminds me of what was that film with Johnny Depp, Dark Hollows or something, where his girlfriend went and jumped off the cliff because she was a vampire or something, and he was a vampire, and whatever it was quite good. And he's in everyone's good books now that he won against Amber Heard, so well done, Johnny. That's quite an interesting thing there. I think that might be to do with the Peas Beer disaster. Yeah, it looks like it. Could, maybe, might not be, but there was a disaster. Yeah, 1881 it could be. So you see, you've got there 14th of October 1881. So that's the mother and the children. Look, there's the mother and two children, and there's one crying there. Massive loss of life in this area. Humongous loss of life. Very, very sad. They went out. There was just a massive storm, and unfortunately, a lot of men died. A lot of fishermen. Very sad. It's a shame there's not a proper plaque here, and you've got a sort of a plaque here, but it doesn't really say, you know, loads of people died. I would have liked to have seen something more on here, because fishermen are brave. You know, there's a lot of brave people out there, and they don't get the credit they deserve. All right, we'll watch these divers come in, and then that's it. I will leave it there. I'll go and I'll continue my road trip. About the wind there. Now, I've done scuba diving. I never got my qualification, open water or whatever they call it. I did some early stuff indoors, obviously, when you're training and you're learning the hand signals and how to use the buoyancy device and nitrogen narcosis and all this. It was very interesting. I never continued it because I thought, well, when am I ever going to use this? And the North Sea is so dark. Am I likely to use it? You know, unless I have a really good flashlight. I should have done the flashlights back then. Combined the two. Okay, right. Let's make a move here. But thanks for joining me. So if anyone's got any questions, let me know. Oh, there's a visitor centre here. What's this? Free admission. I won't go in because I think I'm some sort of nutter talking to myself. That looks quite nice. Hello there, sorry. So there's a bit of history in there, but I like that history of the disaster, because a lot of men lost their lives, and you know, they should be remembered for that. So that's the visitor centre there. We'll walk up the top road here, and then I'll end the stream. But it's just turned into a traffic jam now. Right, I'll end it here because I've parked up at the top. But you never thought you'd see that, a palm tree in this part of the country. It's freezing today. Right, thanks for joining me, and Josie, as usual, you're a massive help. I think I replied to some of your stuff on Discord there. Thanks for joining me, everyone. This was just a test, but if you can let me know what you think of the concept, rather than endless comments saying, it's rubbish, can't hear anything, you're a fool. Try and keep it constructive, although I don't ever get rid of any comments, you know, it's a free speech channel. So right, I'm going to do a runner, so thanks for joining me. I've done nearly half an hour, my usual waffle vision. So right, goodbye, have a great weekend everybody, goodbye.